Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Universal Orlando Resort, home to some amazing attractions such as Revenge of the Mummy, The Ride, and of course, Men in Black Alien Attack. Also, The Ride. And of course, you cannot forget about the one and only One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish. Woo, my goodness. And today we're going to be ranking all the attractions at the resort. I know, very original by the way. Excuse me holding the mic. My stand broke. And the bad webcam. It's what we have to work with right now. But as I said, we're going to be ranking all the attractions at the resort. But I lied. We don't care about studios right now. We're only ranking islands because that's the only park we enthusiasts care about. Oh man, you gotta get on the Velocicoaster. It's so good. I love the Velocicoaster. It's amazing. Okay, I'll stop now. Real quick, I will not be including any defunct attractions that I have experienced, such as Dueling Dragons or Poseidon's Fury. Also, if you enjoy this type of video, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm a very small account, and any help that I can get would be simply quite amazing. Anyways, let's start the countdown. Absolute nightmare fuel. Ooh. Welcome everyone to Seuss Landing. And in this whimsical wacky land that we've just entered is our lowest ranked ride. Gee, I wonder what it is. The Carousel, the beacon of Seuss Landing. Probably the best carousel to ever exist. There's not really much competition. Instead of riding traditional horses, you get to ride creatures from Dr. Seuss. I mean, come on now. But other than that, there's not really much to talk about this attraction. It's just a carousel, and something has to come in last place, so it's this. Anyways, next attraction, please. A ride that you didn't even know about, themed to a superhero character that you also didn't know about. When I was leeching off this guy's video for free content, he didn't even go past the ride. He didn't even know it was there. No wonder this ride never has a wait. No one knows it's there. But at the end of the day, this ride is just your normal teacups attraction. I'm really jealous if you have this credit, and yes, it's a new day right now. Why am I very jealous? Because there's a freaking height requirement that if you're too tall, you can't ride. Or, you need to have a kid with you. And we know enthusiasts lack the social skills to talk to women, so we'll never get the credit. But to be honest, I actually have never rode this ride or the last two rides on our list. But don't worry, after this one, we have rode them all. The next ride on our list is a ride that's been there since opening day, but didn't really open until 2006. Why, you may ask? Well, I'll tell ya. Because they initially built the ride with no catwalks. Meaning, if riders had to be evacuated off the track somewhere, there was nowhere for them to be evacuated from. Good job, Universal. You did great. They did eventually fix this issue that they had, but they only did it 8 years later after the attraction debuted. Good job again, Universal. I don't mind this attraction, but I also really hate it at the same time, even though I have no reason to hate about it. It's just so freaking annoying. Just take a listen.
Boing, 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 boing. Boom, boom, the trolley train is a wonder. Boom, boom, hear the waves thunder.
No. However, if I did have to say something nice about this attraction, I would say that it does give a nice view around Seuss Landing and the park. And no, this is not a credit. So shut up about it! Here we are, finally getting to attractions that I actually kinda like. Now you may be wondering, you like this? Don't judge me, okay? Now, if this was just any flying carousel, then no, I wouldn't have liked it. But this one has a special feature. As you ride the attraction, there will be a song that will play, and you have to listen to the song in order not to get wet. For example, if you sit in a one fish car, when the song says for one fish to go up, you are supposed to go up to avoid getting wet. It's actually pretty clever, and a new take on a type of attraction that's been around for years. So that's why I kinda like this attraction. Even though it's just a flying carousel, it has a cool gimmick, and that's all I need. In lucky spot number 13, we find our first attraction in the Wizarding World. Expelliarmus something, you're dead. Flight of the Hippogriff opening in 2000 as Flying Unicorn, rethemed in 2010 to fit the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Flight of the Hippogriff is our first roller coaster on the list at spot 13. which might seem low with a park with only 18 attractions. That just means this park has so many phenomenal attractions that their first roller coaster is 13. No, not 13 at Alton Towers, but 13th attraction overall. That one was clever. I'm not funny. Take this with a grain of salt. This attraction isn't really that amazing. It's just at Universal and everyone loves it for some strange, exotic reason. Maybe that will explain the 90-minute waits that it gets sometimes. But if you're on a time crunch, this is an attraction you can skip. To trade in for some of the more exciting attractions on our list later to come. Wait a minute, never mind, scrap that. I forgot it was a credit. We have to ride it now. So yeah, this is actually number 1 on our list, and I love this attraction so much, and you have to ride it every visit. Don't be fooled by people telling you Kong is actually a bad attraction at the resort, because it really isn't that bad of an attraction. At most. On paper, Skull Island Reign of Kong is not actually a bad idea or ride. It's actually the first attraction on our list that has a compelling story that will immerse the rider from the start to the end of the attraction. I personally believe that this attraction really doesn't have any faults. Now you're probably thinking I'm pretty stupid for saying that, but I do have a few reasons. Let me explain. Reason number 1 is that it's actually your fault. You like to compare this attraction to Fast and Furious Supercharged, which is actually a bad ride. Like, what is The Rock doing right now? But Kong isn't really that bad. Like I said, it immerses the riders from start to finish in a very compelling story. And besides when it's not focusing on its screen aspect, it actually has some pretty good theming around the attraction. And cue. But the problem here is that it's at a Universal park, specifically Islands of Adventure, a park full of amazing e-ticket attractions where Kong doesn't really stack up to the lineup, but if it was placed in the middle of nowhere, this ride would be fantastic. I encourage you to go actually watch a POV of this attraction, and when you're at Islands next time, actually ride it and enjoy it for what it is. Now who am I kidding, this ride actually sucks. The next attraction on our list is the Hogwarts Express. How many times have I said the next attraction on our list? This ride's actually pretty cool. It gets you from one park to another, so it's an awesome transportation ride themed to riding the Hogwarts Express. But in order to ride it, you need to have a park hopper ticket, otherwise you can't ride it because it does drop you off at the other theme park at the resort. Otherwise, I don't really have much more to say about it. I like the attraction, but that's about it. In spot number 10 is our first water attraction, Dudley Do-Right to Ripsaw Falls. The ride looks really stunning from the outside, and it's actually a great attraction, but it's just themed to characters that no one knows about anymore. At least the ride's cool, and it's in this goofy, silly haha land. Kinda reminds me of Universal's version of Mickey's Toontown at Disneyland. Couldn't tell the difference, but I really like this ride, and it's my favorite log flume in Florida now because this one decided to close. For number 8, it's time to go back to Marvel Superhero Island for Scary Drop Tower. Doctor Doom may not have the best ride experience, but I still really like it for some strange reason. It's not the most intense drop tower, but it has a lot of fun features like the theming. I really don't know what else to say about this ride, I just really like it a lot, so I guess on to the next attraction. Once again, we make our way back to the Funny Papers land to the one and only Popeyes and Bluto's Bilge Rat Barges. This ride in particular has to be one of, if not the best River Rapids ride to ever exist. Is it themed to a character that not a lot of people know about? Yes. In fact, it's very likely that the only reason why you know about these characters is because of the ride Islands of Adventure. But as I said, this ride is absolutely fantastic. It gets you so soaked that even the family dryers will feel bad for you. It's just a little sad that this ride never really has a long wait time because it's kinda off the main path and it's a water ride. The one and only Cat in the Hat ride. Either you love it or you freaking hate it. And obviously, I like it. A lot of people describe this ride as it's so bad it's good. And yes, it is so atrocious it's fantastic. I mean, look at him. What even is this? The Cat in the Hat ride is a different breed of dark ride. It's just something completely different from anything else. Like, literally. But I do still very much like this attraction because it's just so weird and also awesome at the same time. It's nicely done. It's just a good ride. Like, you can't go wrong with it. It's just like being stuck in like a dream that you can't get out. So it's good. Our next attraction on the list is Jurassic Park River Adventure. River Adventure has definitely seen some better days. But if you look past that, this ride is still quite awesome. The animatronics are still very cool, even though they are showing their age. In the next 5 to 7-ish years, we could probably see Jurassic Park getting rethemed to Jurassic World like they did in Hollywood, because River Adventure really does need the work. But still, even in its current state, River Adventure is still a fantastic attraction at the park, and I would definitely ride it on every visit. Alrighty, we have made it to our top 5 attractions here at Islands of Adventure. Taken so long, it's been like 14 days of working on this freaking video. I'm done with it, I'm tired. So we're gonna go through them, we're gonna talk about them. Let's do it. Number 5, Forbidden Journey. This ride here is practically an attraction inside of an attraction. Not only do you get to experience a world-class dark ride, you have to walk through all of Hogwarts Castle to get to the ride, which is extremely heavily themed to, you guessed it, Hogwarts Castle. Universal spared no expense on this attraction and queue. It is simply awesome. The ride technology is just so cool to look and watch do its thing. It's just like mesmerizing just to see that robotic arm just dance around with people on it. Very long ride and a very huge crowd pleaser for pretty much everyone attending this park. The ride taking our number 4 spot is the one and only Incredible Hulk coaster at, you guessed it, Islands of Adventure. No way. Now, the Incredible Hulk roller coaster is one of the best attractions, if not the best attraction, at all of the Universal Orlando Resort. It's such a fun, fantastic ride. It's super intense, it has some pretty good theming, and it's just, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a fantastic ride. It's so popular that they freaking built the same thing twice in the same spot. 2 credits! So long story short, really awesome ride, awesome theming, awesome onboard audio, and a really, yeah, super cool ride. Ah yes, good old Velocicoaster. Everyone's favorite roller coaster themed to dinosaurs. Oh, sorry. Of course, I mean, everyone's second favorite roller coaster themed to dinosaurs. Almost made the Animal Kingdom fans mad. In all seriousness, Velocicoaster is not just one of the best roller coasters in Orlando, not in Florida, but quite possibly one of the best roller coasters in the world. The ride looks very stunning, and it's just a super awesome attraction to actually experience in real life. Has some pretty good theming inside the queue, and its overall presence is just complete eye candy for every park guest or enthusiast. W ride, W life. Before you get mad at me, yes, I like Hagrid's more than Velocicoaster because Hagrid's is just really well done. I've always been more of a theme park enthusiast more than an actual roller coaster enthusiast. I just really like the immersiveness and just pure theming of the ride. Theming is everything. On a scale of 1 to 10, I put Hagrid's at a 15. I just love this ride so much. I love the theming, the story-driven ride experience. It's just an amazing, fantastic ride. Quality of this video is going down at an extreme rate. I'm just tired of making this video. I've had no time to do it. It's taken me like 3 weeks. I'm done doing this video. I just want to make something new. So let's do our final attraction. Here we go. So here we are, our final attraction here at Islands of Adventure is the one and only The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man. This ride here is truly a one-of-a-kind ride, unless you're Universal or Busch Gardens from 18 years ago. Why did they have to get rid of this ride? It looks so cool. It looks better than the actual coaster that it got replaced with. Not cool, Busch Gardens. Anyways, this ride's a 3D simulator that also moved around in a 3D environment, which was also the first of its kind when it opened in 1999 along with the park. This ride's non-stop action from start to end, and it's just absolutely fantastic. It was a hard decision, but I think I like this ride just a little more than the coasters that they have here to offer at the park. I just really love this attraction because it's just super cool. Like I said earlier in the video, I'm not much of a coaster enthusiast, more of a theme park enthusiast, but I still love roller coasters and of course dark rides. But anyways, that was the last attraction on our list, and I'm finally done with this video. Hooray! I can finally do something else with my life now. Alright, I don't really know how to end it. I honestly really don't care. So, I guess goodbye. See you later. Maybe subscribe if you like, but goodbye.